So here we are now with October's used PC parts hunt of the month, but you may notice from the date, it's actually November. And there's some excuses. Of course, we started the SR2 build, that's on the way, and we've also done the health videos. The next 2 parts will be dropping very soon, and we had to go to PAX. So it was just a super packed October. But that aside, let's check out what deals we can hunt this month on good old gammtre. Hey Will, how are you, mate?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, good. I just see you got an ad up here on Gumtree for a PC.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can come pick it up pretty soon if I got like 110 cash, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, man. Do you want to text us your address and I'll be over? Alright, there's a deal done. 110 bucks. Easy. We got an i5 2400 whole system. We're going to try and jump onto the next one. So the next deal we got up here is that Alienware R3 desktop from last month with the i7 6700. We offered half a G, Aussie, and they said, I think they asked for 520 or something, so I might give them another call, see if we can pick it up, because apparently you can, some people said in the audience, you can vertically mount a GPU, and so you can put in something like a GTX 1060 even, and that would really make the appeal of this build so much better. But we'll see if they do take... see if they are open for 500, and then if so, we'll go pick it up.
Good.
Yeah, I see you got an ad up on Gumtree for an Alienware desktop.
Yes, that's right. It actually belongs to a family member. I'm selling on behalf. I forgot what price they've got on it now.
Yeah, I think I offered like last month 500, but I think you came back with like 520. I mean, if you wanted, I could pick it up for 500.
Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do is, because it's not mine, I'll see if I can catch up with them. And what about if I give you a call back within the hour?
Yeah, sounds good, mate. Sounds good.
Not a problem. And sorry, your name again was?
Brian.
Brian. Okay, Brian, leave it with me. I'll see what I can do for you.
Alright, thanks, Danny.
Okay, thanks, Brian.
Right,
Bye.
see you, mate. Bye. Okay, that is looking a little bit Hello, Brian speaking.
G'day, Brian. Danny here again. Yep, no, look, we'll do that for 500 for you. When did you want to call in?
I can call in pretty soon. I'll actually be hitting the road like in the next hour, so if you want to text us over the address, then I'll come pick it up. Okay, that is a success. They called back pretty much immediately, so they're going to take the half a G, which is the specs in this thing look really good. So if we can fit a GPU in it, like a 1066 gigabyte, then this will be a pretty solid PC. So now next up here, we've got an i7 4770 whole system, just like before, except they've got no graphics card in it. They're only asking 450 AUD. So I'm going to see if I can come in with an offer of 380. But I'm also going to ask if it has a power supply in it, because they only list that it's really just the system and the SSD and stuff like that. So if it does have the power supply and it just needs a hard drive, for example, and a graphics card, then it will be a really good pickup at this price.
Hi, this is Charlie. Please leave a message.
So we had someone else who didn't pick up their phone onto the last deal now. So next PC we got up here is a pretty interesting pitch, because it's a whole PC with an i7 4770 and an RX 484 gigabyte, and they're asking 650 for it. They say they need to move to New Zealand, so I'm going to call them up and see if they'll take 500. And if so, what we can then do is then part out the RX 480, sell that individually, put in something like a 1070 Ti, and then make a really healthy flip here. That's if they take it. So the more we beat them down, essentially the better and more appealing this deal will be. I guess that's much like any deal, I guess, but let's give it a shot. Alright, so that one rung out. I'm just going to send them a text message and see what they say. Because it's still only 11 a.m. But it's... I don't know. It is a Friday, so I know this is what PAX does to you. So next deal now we got up here is an i7 3770. I always love me a good i7. And this is going for 120. We're going to drop in an offer of 100. I think they'll take it at that price. And since we're going up that way anyway, I've got to go see my accountant up in Brisbane today. So it'll make sense if I can go pick up some deals while I'm up there. So let's give it a shot. Alright, so we had someone else who didn't pick up their phone. But that aside, we do have the 2 addresses ready for the Alienware and also that other desktop. So we're going to go pick them up, but we're also going to give Les a call since Les has a few PCs up for sale, and Les always does good deals. So we're going to see, yeah, what's cracking over at Les's. So it's now the next day. I'm actually pretty sweaty because I was carting all these PCs downstairs. We ended up in total getting 11 PCs. So we ended up picking up the Alienware on the Gold Coast and then picked up the i5 PC. We ended up getting the Alienware for $500 and then the other PC, the i5, for $100. So that was $600 in total. Both the people I picked it up off, they were actually viewers of the channel. They knew who I was, so it was really cool meeting them, having a chat. And then, as I was going up to Brisbane to see my accountant, Nathan got back to me with the i7-3770, said you could have it for $100. So I ended up picking that up. And then after the accountants, we went to Les's, stopped off there, and he had 9 PCs that I was interested in. So I ended up picking up the lot, but I could only fit 6 PCs in my car at that time. So I've still got 3 up there in terms of what's still left to get. But this month's been absolutely crazy because we've picked up in total 11 PCs, and we've also got a i7-3770, and these are all decked out with i5s, 4th gen, i5 2nd gens. Very curious to see how this all goes down. It's very interesting. I'm hoping it all goes smoothly, but maybe I'll give you guys a separate dedicated video on that because I think I may come into some problems, but regardless, I do have a 1050 Ti on hand ready to put in that build if the 1066 gigabyte doesn't come through. But in terms of every other PC here, some of them are Aces, some of them are, of course, the other ones where I just have to rip out the components. But the Aces themselves, they're the easiest to deal with in terms of OEMs because you can plug up a conventional ATX power supply and then use that motherboard just like any other motherboard, at least up until 2nd gen and 3rd gen, I believe, or even 4th gen with the Aces. So they're usually like the prime goal, they're usually like the prime of the cake in terms of OEMs, and they generally have backwards support with all the graphics cards, Nvidia and AMD. Also, the other 2 people with the PCs, the RX 480, they never got back to me, and the person with the i7 rig, I've sent them an offer. I said, look, would you be interested in 400, and I come and pick it up. So I'm still waiting on them to get back to me. I don't know if they'll come through, but we will update this vlog later on during the day, because I love deals and I know you guys want to see deals, and the way it's been going at the moment is I'm sort of just been doing this parts hunt once a month, and it's been like I'm just going berserker on the deals. So it's really cool. I like getting a lot of deals at once, but I sort of want to pace myself out through the month maybe and get some really good deals. But that's the weird thing, like this parts hunt this month, all the deals have been extremely good. And in terms of the PCs I picked up of Les, I'll put up a list of what I got all the stuff for. Because in total we got 9 PCs off him for $1,040. And the specs of them were all like 4th gen i5, 2nd gen i5s, even a 1st gen i7. And they're all decked out with memory too. So I think we scored off Les as we always do. He's a really good hookup. I always like buying off him. In terms of the other people on Gumtree, I mean, it's always a vulture market out there. So you've just got to get what you can and when you can. But I was glad I picked up that Alienware machine because I was very curious about it to begin with last month. I'm surprised no one really took the gamble and tried to pick it up. But regardless, we've got the deals here. We're going to try and get some more deals before we close off this parts hunt. So stay tuned. So we just got back in now, and the last deal is now on the table. Well, it actually didn't fit on the table, so I put it on the floor for now. But what we're going to do with these builds now is do a Tech Yes Hurricane, whip them up into something that is nice and juicy, but also has the gaming spec on it, plus all the tuning as well. And these PCs are definitely going to turn out from rags to riches, which is what I love doing. Hope you guys enjoyed this month's part hunt. I think the tally now is coming over a bit over 2G AUD, so in USD terms, I'll put that up on the screen for you guys over in the US. But yeah, we got 11, 12 PCs now. So 12 PCs for that price. We also got an i7 3770. And these are all, you know, quality second, third, and fourth gen CPUs. So nothing to fret at. Still got great performance when it comes to gaming. And I think I need a day off sometime, but got back from PAX. Everything's still under control. Health videos are coming out. They've already been filmed and cut too. So stay tuned for parts 2 and 3. Part 2 will probably be actually coming out before this video. And so you just got to wait for part 3. And then the SR2 build. We've already got part 1 done. So stay tuned. It's all the broken promises. They're all coming together now. So to all those guys who've been complaining over the last year, can I get a yes? And with that aside, there is one more thing before I get on out of here, and that is a lot of the OEMs that I got this month, they've got the 24 pins already there, because sometimes when I get the Lenovo PCs or the Dells and stuff like that, they've got proprietary connectors. But this time around, we had pretty much all the PCs having 24 pins on them, so that's really good news. I'll be able to transplant them easy. If not, I could probably get some converters or something and change them over. But this month was definitely a success. Let me know in the comment section below what your favorite deal of the month was. And if you like this one, then be sure to hit that like button. Sorry I've been so busy lately, and I know I do hear a few people in the comments that are like, we want more used content. That'll be coming very soon, especially with Christmas just around the corner. But we just had a massive wave of new RTX graphics cards, new CPUs from Intel and AMD. So hopefully after this new wave, we'll have a little bit of a break, and from the new stuff, we can get back to the used stuff. So stay tuned. Peace out for now. Bye.